one more trick like that, and I'm cutting off your lubrication.
I don't know why you installed the net if you didn't want me to use it.
You try to teach the kids traffic safety, and then you yourself go jumping off the train. You might try acting your age, you know.
We kids look before we jump.
Who asked you? Did you hear the car coming, or is your hearing aid turned off?
It was all Dudu's fault. Don't blame Sister.
You know, for a little kid, you've got a pretty big mouth.
Honestly, jumping off trains
No
at
sense
your age,
wasting your breath
you were...
yelling at me. I haven't heard a word you've said. The battery in my hearing aid must be empty.
She always does that when there's something she doesn't feel like listening to. She just turns her hearing aid off.
You don't say. Let's try it out. You know, when you find lost articles on the train, you're supposed to turn them in.
I want you to turn in what you found on the train this minute.
Oh.
Let's just move our lips and see how she reacts.
I'm afraid I haven't heard a single word you said. I'm very sorry.
Better go run after her and tell her we were just having a little fun at her expense.
What if she gets sore?
Oh, just tell her we were paying her back. You know, for having put us on. Go on now.
Sister! Hey, Sister! Wait up!
Hey, Jimmy, now that the kids are gone, you've got to admit it was funny when she fell in the...
What are you doing out of prison, you old horse?
Aldo Piccolino, how's it going?
Okay. What brings you here, Marchese?
What brings you here?
Well, I've been thinking over whether or not I should buy
This silly little car. It's a circus car, not a racer.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
What do they want for this car?
Dudu isn't for sale.
Listen, Aldo, you're not really planning to buy this jalopy, now are you?
Just a minute, mister. Dudu doesn't like being called a jalopy.
And what happens if I call this jalopy a jalopy anyway?
You'll probably get socked in the jaw.
Wait till I get a hold of that big tubber.
Nobody would dare strike a Marchese Rapozzi. I'll call him a jalopy just as often as I... Macchina maledetta!
Jimmy, this jalopy of yours sure gets...
Oh, I suppose this is another one of your little pranks, Mr. Bondi. You think you can frighten me away? Well, you're mistaken. I'll have you thrown in jail.
Why don't you just tell us what you want?
He wants to close us down.
And force us to abandon the railroad.
That's right. I've bought up all your IOUs, and if you don't... You've made a monkey of me for the last time.
And, what if we pay our debts?
You mean you can pay what you owe?
That's right. And you won't get as much as a rusty nail out of the deal.
Not as much as a rusty nail.
You'd turn the orphans out on the street.
Those little brats, of course. If this swine is giving you trouble, sisters, I'll knock his block off. I don't have to stand for that. Nobody's threatening me. No, sir. I'm coming back, and I'm bringing the police and the entire staff of my hotel. You won't get away with this.
Did you hear that, Jean-Pierre? He wants to bring back the entire hotel staff.
The entire staff? Why, that's me. I'll show him.
27,000 francs. Where are you going to get all that money?
Oh, I think we'll go for a little drive in the rally. We can earn 100,000 francs if we win.
Just exactly how do you plan to put your hands on the entry money? 10,000 isn't exactly chicken feed.
Yeah, well, I don't know yet, but I'm sure I'll think of something.
How about a bingo tournament?
I think that's more in your line, Sister Joanna.
Excuse me, I couldn't help overhearing. Maybe I could be of some assistance.
Really?
Why not, Signor Bondi? Any friend of Aldo's is a friend of mine. I'd like to make a little deal with you. You come up to my castle in about an hour, and if you accept my offer, which I'm sure you will, you can take the cash with you.
But
I knew you'd agree. I'll see you then later.
Go down to the parking lot, Dudu.
No way, Bunky. I like the view here. Hey, this looks like fun. I think I'll join the parade.
And right, left. This is a parade, Hamelita Alpenzel Cotillion. Get your back straight.
Step lively, you malingerers. And left, and left, and left, right, left. Company, hold. Right, wait. I said right face, or didn't your mommy ever teach you the difference?
Honestly, some people are just never satisfied.
At ease.
Oh, nothing like stretching your axles to send a chill right up your camshaft.
Now, what sort of little tricks did you have in mind, Your Worship?
Listen carefully, Mr. Brown. First, I must have that beetle. And second, as a score, I want to settle with that Bondi fellow. The Alpine Rally couldn't have come at a better time.
I see. You're going to loan Bondi the entry money and then beat him in the race.
Exactly. I'm betting the 10,000 that he loses. That ought to fix him.
And what if Bondi should win after all?
I doubt that, Mr. Brown. It will be your job to see that Bondi doesn't finish, and mine to make sure Regozzani doesn't even start.
And how do you propose to keep Regozzani here in the castle, sir?
Nothing easier. My secretary Isabel is going to put a couple of knockout drops in Mr. Regozzani's drink. He won't wake up until the race is all over. Huh? Someone at the door? Ah, Signor Bondi! Oh, very delightful to see you again, sir. Care for a drink?
Hasn't Aldo Regozzani arrived yet, Marchese?
No. I wonder where he could be.
Hey, hold on. Where is Jimmy Bondi? I had an appointment to meet him out here.
Oh,
Where is
don't worry
he?
about him. I just made your favorite drink for you.
Ah, your car against my money. And as you categorically refuse to sell your beetle, I'll wager you on it. The first one across the finish line wins.
That's the Bondi chap's car, if I'm not completely mistaken.
Very ugly little job, too, isn't it?
Yes. Mr. Brown, I'd like you to take a very close look at this thing. The Marquess is wasting his money betting on the race when he could have the vehicle out of commission in a matter of moments. Don't you think so? Brown and Brown could fix it so that this car is only of value for the spare parts. Ho, ho, the fellows with the go-go.
Putting this car out of order may not be as easy as it looks. Don't forget the thrashing it gave the Marquise.
The only way to approach this jalopy is to creep up on it. I plan to take great care when I... Oh! My teeth! Mr. Brown, that miserable thing has just helped himself to my choppers. I shall have to wrench them out of his grasp. Give me back my teeth, you...
Mr. Brown, when we finish this job, there will be quite enough to buy you all the teeth you want. Try to be philosophical. Try to bear it with a stiff upper lip.
Stiff upper lip, sir? That is quite out of the question.
If the sisters get here soon, we've got to get Aldo out of that castle. Good heavens, Dudu. You up to your old tricks again? Honestly. Here they come now. Now you get rid of those teeth before they catch you.
Honestly, some people are just never satisfied.
Terrific, sister. Now, don't tell me you want to drive in the rally, too.
I just happened to come upon a couple of loopholes in the competition rules that this car was clearly designed and constructed to drive right through.
What do you know?
Sister Joanna is of the considered opinion that we stand a very good chance of winning the race.
Now, you listen to me a minute, sister. The only reason I made up this car for you was because neither one of you could shift a normal car into reverse. It wouldn't have a chance as a race car. No way, I'm sorry.
But I don't see why we should...
That will do, sister. No sense discussing it. After all, where would we ever get the 10,000 francs they're charging for entry money? Oh, by the way, how can we help you rescue your friend?
And what's with that habit you asked us to take along?
You know, a nun could just waltz right past that castle guard.
It takes two to waltz, Jimmy. I'm coming along.
Make that 3 nuns. I wouldn't miss this for the world.
Sister, you're working for the Lord, not J. Arthur Rank. Put your glasses on.
Never saw a nun kick the gong around before.
Time for a little nap.
Hey, just a second. Huh? Where do you think you're going?
Where is Aldo Regozzani?
Aldo? I haven't the foggiest notion.
We know he's in here. Now, where have you hidden him?
It
that's your idea of a joke, then I'm afraid it isn't very funny. Oh, Captain!
Mademoiselle, is there something wrong?
They're only dressed as nuns. I want them arrested. They're imposters and thieves.
Us thieves? Imposters?
That's a filthy lie. Now we'll just see about that. The nerve.
Sisters, don't act too hastily. She's a child of heaven, too.